everybody. I don't know if my head's in frame or not, but here we go. Welcome. Thank you for joining me here on the mat today for day 20. I'll tell y'all what, I'm absolutely ragged to my core and my butt has been dragging, but we're sticking to it. We're still here on the mat. We're doing the thing. We're going to be starting in mountain pose. And our friend here on the Vonster vlog, Gwen, recommended a breathing exercise where you breathe in for 6, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. And I really want to give that a try. So we are going to find ourselves in mountain pose. My feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, but I'm a pretty wide person, so I think that's fine. You find wherever's comfortable for your feet today. I am feeling through the 4 corners of my feet, gripping with my toes, stretching my toes, kind of leaning from side to side, just getting a really good feel for it. Inhale. We don't want to be locking our knees, but we don't want to be like super bending either. Just finding this nice midpoint of existence. The moment of stillness between action and inaction. Just tried to push his head through the door. Tucking our pelvis a little bit, engaging our core, radiating and growing. So as much as we're grounding through our feet, we are also growing up and out. And you can have your hands prayer position in front of your heart. You can have them down at your sides, just wherever you feel grounded. And we're going to be breathing in now for 6, holding for 4, releasing for 8. So okay, I breathed in way too fast. So I'm going to try again and just almost want to like drum or do a little shaky egg or something. I don't know how that would be for you guys, but okay, so I'm going to try just a I don't know. I don't even know if that's going to pick up on camera, but I'm going to try it. So I don't know, it's kind of difficult to do the breathing exercise and lead the breathing exercise at the same time. So, but we're experimenting, we're learning. We may do another video just where it has kind of, I don't know, maybe some mixed music in the background with some like soft and gentle drumming to help you keep time, or we'll see. But thank you, Gwen. I am going to be practicing that more and hopefully practicing it with you guys. So taking a nice deep inhale, coming up, we are going to fold at our waist, leading with our collarbones coming down either to our blocks or a chair or our mat. Getting a really nice stretch. Coming up out of the stretch just a little whenever we inhale. And exhaling down into the stretch. Okay. And now, just coming around, we can bring it down to the mat into position for cat-cow. Inhaling, exhaling, just here in tabletop, just getting an idea of where we are in space and time, maybe wiggling your butt a little, just do whatever makes you happy. Wiggling my butt just about always makes me happy. I am like a cat. It's just do a wiggle and a pounce. So inhale, exhaling up into cat. Speaking of cats. I do really like to move on my exhales. Really squeezing into that. Maybe rocking a little forward and back. Exhaling. My hips are so tight. Like, you wouldn't think that a stretch like this, like cat-cow, would get into your hips. But it does. Back up into cow. And one more time. There we go. Okay, so now from here, grounding through all of our fingertips, turning our toes under, we're going to inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Kind of leaning from one side to the other. And now from here, I'm going to bring my left leg in, bringing my right foot up, towards the sky. I'm actually going to bring this in and step forward. You can do it in one big step, or you can do it in some little steps. And we will come up into Warrior One. Having our knee guide down the center of our foot. And we can have our heel on the ground or be up on our toes, whatever we feel like doing for that day. I'm still unclear on the distinction between like a high crescent and Warrior One, so I need to do more research. And now coming down, we are going to turn our foot out if it wasn't already, and still traveling down over our foot, making sure we're not super bending. We don't want to bend past a 90 degree. And now we're going to grow out with our arms and up through the crown of our head, looking over our front arm. And now we're going to put it in reverse. Come back around, up to Warrior One, placing our hands, stepping back into plank. You can bring it up in a downward facing dog a little if you want. And now bringing that right knee forward just a bit, and a bit more maybe, and get yourself into position for pigeon. This is kicking my butt, y'all. It's good though. Sometimes I need my butt kicked. Like, it's invigorating. Doing something that's challenging isn't always a bad thing. Okay, getting my blocks a little closer to me. I'm going to bring my elbows down to said blocks. And just relax here, opening up our hip. And now from here, I'm going to place my hands on the bricks, bring them up from their lowest position to their second highest, and grow and radiate out of the top of my head, planting, really growing and planting through my back leg as well. Like I'm pressing just as much into the top of my foot as I am into my hands. Okay, and now from here, let us place our hands, tuck our foot under. I'm actually leaning myself a little bit more forward to give my right leg a little bit more clearance. Taking a deep breath and downward facing dog. Bringing my right foot towards the center, lifting my left leg, bringing that foot forward. There we go. Setting my stance nice and wide so that I can then come up into a warrior one. When the poses are challenging, I find myself rushing from one pose to another. That can be a little bit of a disservice to ourselves. Having my left knee travel over my left foot in the center. I don't want to be bowed in or bowed out. And now I'm going to plant that back foot, if it wasn't already, so that it's parallel to the back edge of our mat. Growing up and out and to the sides, almost like you're being pulled by your fingertips. And then looking over your forward arm. And from here, we're going to put it in reverse, bringing that back toes up. Warrior one. And then coming down. I'm actually going to go just move my foot over and settle on down into pigeon. Yeah, I like that much better than going. Well, I mean, we're still going to do downward facing dog again. Don't get too excited. But yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Oh, yeah. Coming down to my elbows on the blocks. Kind of trying to let my heart rate slow down. I'm going to turn the blocks up onto their second highest or medium height. Okay, now from here, I'm going to set the blocks to each side, planting my hands, coming up on my back toes. Inhale and exhaling in a downward facing dog. If that's challenging for you, you can come to hands and knees and come up. There's all sorts of different ways that we can transition to honor where we're at today. I'm going to come back down into plank. One more breath. And I'm shaking my way down, lowering my knees, lowering my torso. And I'm just going to rest here for a moment. Just stacking my hands, resting my forehead. I don't know about y'all, but that's real challenging. My heart rate's at 103 right now. Which I'm usually at like 60 something. So that's pretty high for me. It's no cardio workout, but it's definitely getting the blood moving and heating me up. So coming in, putting my hands just a little below and forward of where my shoulders are. And now without using my hands, coming up into Cobra. And then pushing up the rest of the way. Oh, getting a nice neck stretch. And engaging those same muscles as what we're using when we're not supporting with our hands. We're continuing to pull back. And we could, if you like, use our bricks to help us get a little deeper. Now, don't try to push beyond where your breath is coming comfortably. Like, find that edge and breathe in it. There we go. Very, very cool. I'm actually going to come back up now and do a little bit of cat-cow, just as an undulation. So I'm kind of rocking into cat coming forward, and then tilting into cow coming back. It can just be really fun, and we can even do it in reverse. It can be really fun to layer movement onto otherwise static postures. Now, easing our way back, just to sitting on our feet. Oh, that's real nice. Now from here, we are going to be moving into bridge, reclined hero, and laying twist. So I'm just crawling to the head of my mat, rolling back. Sometimes you don't know how much you need yoga till you're doing it, and you're like, oh, this is really good. At least for me. I'm just going to say that's totally me today, because it is 6:30 in the afternoon. I've been putting this off all day. And then I was like, no, I have to do this. I promised myself. I owe it to myself. I owe it to you guys to show up and do the thing. And I'm so glad I'm here right now. Oh, just coming on back. And quite frankly, even if I weren't glad to be doing it right now, we're almost done. If you can't find anything else to be glad of, just be glad that it's almost done. Oh, I'm just gonna windshield wiper my knees a little from one side to the other. Okay, I'm gonna move my feet towards my booty. And I can't reach my yoga strap, so I'm just gonna hold on to the mat today. Kind of tucking my shoulder blades down my back. Inhale and exhaling. And then rolling my vertebrae down. Then I'm going to pulse once, twice, thrice, 4. I don't know, how do you transition from thrice to 4? Like, what's the 4 version of 5? I'm going to hold. And then rock down. Super cool. I'm actually going to go from bridge into our laying twist. Inhale. Exhaling. Bringing your knee up to your chest. Spend a moment here. And then come around into the twist. You can have your bottom leg straight, or you can bend it. I like to bend it so I have something to brace my leg on top of. Inhale. I'm actually going to bring both knees to my chest. And then exhaling to the other side. Really bringing out that sponge. There we go. Oops. And now from here, we can roll on up. I keep finding myself like dreading coming into reclined hero. So I think what I'm gonna do, because we shouldn't, I mean, this is our us time. We shouldn't be forcing ourselves into something that we are literally dreading. So, as an alternative, because I'd still like to get to where I can do, excuse me, reclined hero. I'm just not there yet. So I'm going to brace my hand against a wall or something sturdy, and then reaching down. I'm actually grabbing my opposite foot, so like right hand on my left foot, just because that's easier for me to reach. And I'm tucking my pelvis. So it's that pelvis tuck that can really help deepen this stretch. There we go. Just a couple of breaths on that side, and then trading sides. And so I'm going to come down, grabbing my foot top. Ooh, bringing it around, and you could use your strap for this. Bending my lower knee a little bit just to make sure that I'm not locking it out. And there we go. That's our practice for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. We can just practice a couple of deep breaths and just recenter ourselves. But keep on keeping on, y'all. I'll see you here tomorrow for day 21. Bye.